Welcome back to Northwest Overland. Hopefully you watched my previous video. If you didn't, feel free to go back and watch it. I thought I would do a little bit more in-depth coverage on my Overland setup and go more into detail on each item. Hope you enjoy. This is my 2022 Jeep Wrangler JL with the Willys trim package. I bought this Jeep used. It was about a year old with 7,000 miles on it, completely stock. I decided to go with the 2-inch Mopar lift and some black Rhino aluminum rims wrapped in some Cooper Discovery 315/70 17-inch tires. I also added the power stop, drilled and slotted front and rear brakes and pads. Underneath I added the anti-rock front and rear sway bars along with the Apex sway bar disconnects and replaced the factory steering stabilizer with the Fox pass-through design. I also added the Steer Smart drag link and track bar front and rear. Also added the metal cloak undercloak skid plate, as you can see there. Here's a better angle. Also added Adams drive shafts front and rear. There you can see the rear track bar. And I also did a muffler delete. On the outside I added the metal cloak rocker guards and steps. I also added the Adventure Rack system rack with catwalk. On top of the rack I added some KC highlights and some limb risers to protect the windshield. Under the hood is the 2.0 turbo 4-cylinder. I added the Optima battery, Banks cold air intake, replaced the coolant reservoir with an aluminum version, and that is my switch panel. Up front is a 12,000-pound rough country winch on the rock hard 4x4 winch plate. On the hood is a Cascadia 4x4 solar panel that puts out 55 watts. On the passenger fender is an Agency 6 Molly panel with an Agency 6 shovel. Also some rough country cube lights. Up top you can see 3 traction boards. Why 3? Because 4 wouldn't fit. Also a solar panel that charges my refrigerator. Moving down the side you can see my little ladder, which is more just something to hold on to while I stand on the tire. On the back of the vehicle is my high lift jack, and below that is my swing out from my bicycle rack. On the driver's side of the vehicle is my Overland vehicle system shower curtain. I also have some spare water. As you can see, it swings out away from the vehicle. Setup is pretty easy. On the inside, I have a flashlight mount and American Adventure Lab door panels. I also have my winch remote mounted here for easy access. Up top, I have a dash cam and a GoPro. I also have a CB radio with a speaker. Those are all my switches that control all my exterior lights. I also have a mini iPad that I can bring up my Onyx off-road mounted to the Epic Crow Molly panel. Behind the driver's seat, I have bear spray, a mini fire extinguisher, a chair, a jump pack, a geyser hot water shower, and a knockoff power tank, along with the bars for my front hammock system and a table. Some extra storage off to the right there in that bag. Also, I have some recovery gear from Yankum Ropes. Also have my Jetboil cooking system, some sleeping stuff like pillows and whatnot, another Yankum rope, my sleeping bag. Opening the rear door, I have an American Adventure Lab propane holder with my 5-pound propane tank. On the inside of the back, I have a little fire starter kit, conveniently placed next to a fire extinguisher, a Jackery portable power station, my Haven hammock, a Ignic fire pit, and my Dometic water tank, along with a little hatchet and just a regular hammock. Below is the Dometic water spigot, a cheapo little chainsaw, a DeWalt tire inflation. Also have my EcoFlow fridge with a built-in ice maker. I like this because it also has an app that you can see what temperature the fridge is, and you can control it from the app at any time. This is the ice maker. It works pretty good. This is the app I was talking about. Also have a MyMedic first aid kit, which is attached. All you gotta do is pull that string. Also have a hose reel here attached to the CO2 tank I showed earlier. You can use that to fill up tires, or shortly here I'll show you I have an impact in that drawer. But below the floorboards I have a jack from Safe Jack. This 2-drawer system is from American Adventure Lab. The bottom drawer is where I keep tools. There's my Jeep branded toolkit, air impact, I got a little saw cutting up firewood, another Yankum rope, a tire repair kit. Up front here I have a glue tread kit for fixing sidewalls on tires. I also have a little multimeter, a winch ring, and that bag there is just some sockets for my impact. Up top is more camping stuff. I have a Dometic lantern, some measuring cups, soap, fire starter stuff. Above that is a collapsible sink and a shower bag. So this is my Goose Gear fold down table, an extra propane tank. Also the platform that everything's sitting on is also Goose Gear. There's my Dometic water spigot. And this is just another angle from the passenger side. If you'd like to see a review on my other Jeep, let me know. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Here's a little montage of just pictures of my Jeep. Please comment, like. I also already have 2 subscribers, which I'm very excited about. Thanks for watching. This is my dog Bailey. She would also like to thank you for watching.